16 most beautiful abandoned places. 16. Eerily beautiful. This is Kolmanskop, which you can find in Namibia. This little town was thriving in the early part of the 1900s, where there was an influx of German settlers coming to the diamond-enriched areas. However, the diamonds depleted, and by the 1950s, the little town was deserted. 15. If the walls could speak, it would be amazing to unlock the stories and happenings that took place at Angkor Wat, this beautiful abandoned temple discovered in Cambodia. Angkor means city, and Angkor was the capital city from the 9th to the 16th century. This temple is said to be the biggest religious monument in the world and was originally a Hindu temple. There have been several theories as to why the area was abandoned, from lack of water, disease, natural disaster, and pressure from rivals. 14. Set sail. If you visit Homebush Bay in Sydney, you will find this surreal floating forest inside the ship, the SS Airfield. It was at Homebush that many ships in the 20th century were just left when they were no longer needed. This ship is over 100 years old and used to deliver supplies to American troops when it served as a collier. 13. Gone but not forgotten. We are fortunate to have access to the internet, otherwise we wouldn't even know about half of these beautiful abandoned places. This is a mill discovered in Sorrento, Italy from 1866. The mill was deserted in the 19th century, and National Geographic did a lot of research on the mill and explained the desertion due to the development of Tasso Square, isolating the mill from the sea, making heat levels rise and too unbearable to function in, so it was abandoned. 12. Sad to see it go. This is the Lawndale Theatre, which in its heyday was the place to go in Chicago. It could seat around 2,000 people, which featured movies, then burlesque shows, then back to the movies. It closed down in 1963 and was meant to be demolished in 2014. However, locals say it's still there, and many have been very upset that so much of history was just going to be demolished. 11. Be our guest. This is a big reason to visit Bogota in Colombia, so you can go and visit one of their main tourist attractions. This abandoned hotel is called Hotel de Salta, and you will also witness the Tequendama Falls and the surrounding nature. The hotel opened in 1928 and welcomed the wealthier travelers through its doors. The Bogota River eventually got contaminated, and tourists lost interest in going there. It closed its doors in the early 90s, and many believe the hotel is haunted, as so many people have committed suicide there. 10. Not something from a sci-fi movie. This was actually the HQ for the Communist Party in Bulgaria. It looks like a giant flying saucer and was created by the communist regime as a meeting place. It was active from 1981 to 1991 and then fell into disrepair when the fall of the Soviet Union took place. Apparently, they are looking into restoring it. 9. Old places have soul, and this exquisite abandoned railway station oozes soul. Its location is the former Russian territory known as Abkhazia. It was deserted in the 90s, more than likely to blockades imposed by Russia. This type of architecture is known as Stalinist Gothic or Socialist Classic.